A confused young man looked at his parent, that's French Creole for godfather, and asked, "What am I? Who am I? Who are my ancestors' kin? I'm fair, my brother's brown, and my sister's of olive skin. My mama says Creole. What is that? Am I supposed to know?"
A typical Creole family was a family mixed with white, black, a touch of Spanish, and in some cases a bit of Indian blood. And I think that can count a lot of New Orleans families like that. The disadvantages, because we were just a little different, some people didn't take to that. They gave us a rough time sometimes. The advantage, my daddy went into the painting business. And I hate to say it, but on many occasions, he didn't tell the people what he was. They accepted him for the way he looked. Some cases people found out later, but once you've worked for them, if they liked your work, then you would be called back. If you were real dark-skinned, often they wouldn't give you the chance to get in the front door.
The Creole is like the prototype of a melting pot man. He has a little bit of this and a little bit of that. So I think what makes Creole is that you have to recognize that you are part of many ethnicities. You're not totally African American. You're not totally French. You're not totally Spanish. You're a combination of everything. And I think recognizing that diversity is unique because you say, this is who I am. You accept me the way I am. I have no control over the fact that I have 7 ethnic groups in 3 generations.
We are mixture of Caucasians and Africans that's in the family, both on mother's side of the family, on my daddy's side of the family. So you might say we are thoroughbred Creoles. One thing I can remember, my mother on the telephone, when she talked to her sisters, they always spoke in French. And of course, whenever they were talking about me, I knew because they couldn't say Lord in French. So I always got a kick out of that.
Honey, we went from dark brown to blue-eyed blondes. My sister was a platinum blonde as a child, a blonde with blue eyes. And I have first cousins that are dark brown skin. I had one uncle that was brown and 3 uncles that were fair. One had blue eyes. Naturally, the brown one was teased and talked about as a kid because they do that in their own families. They call them the black sheep of the family and things like that.
Many of the children of darker complexions felt inferior. These children never fully were able to enjoy being children. They were so busy worrying about what they looked like. If you were brown, but you had nice hair, you know, if your hair would move, if you had good hair, well then you were with that crowd with the light skin, who may not have had nice hair, but they had the fair skin. So there was a lot of categorizing, and the children who felt inferior, they carried this forever.
Remember, the Creole word to some people, they get really upset over it. One of my co-workers, I mentioned that word just a few weeks ago, and he told me, he said, that's when you want to be white and you don't want to be black. But to some extent, we are in the middle. We don't want to be uppity. All I want to do is live my life and go on.
My daddy was a very independent person. He loved business. He loved dairy farming. He loved cows. My father received a tax bill for $600 on the farm and the cattle and whatever. He met with Judge Adams and protested, and he said since he did not have schools for his children, he didn't see why he had to pay it. He said if he had to pay it, he would send his children to that school, at white school right down the highway. Judge Adams told him for $3,000, I'll have all y'all records changed and everybody will be white. And he told him go to hell, and that was it.
How can I really know how I came to be? How come we're different complexions? What am I supposed to see? Parrain, the youth besieged him, tell me, why are we so many colors? What does Creole really mean? Who can I call my brothers? Am I black or white? I do not understand. What is my true birthright?